I just want
Justin
to tell
Dean's
you,
father has
I
finally
watched
broken
you
the
for
silence
actually a pretty long
concerning the
time,
divorce between
and
his son, Justin Dean, and
actually I'm
Korra
about to
Obidi, the
cry as I talk about that.
ex-wife.
It makes
You
me
all know that
just
since
the type of person
everything
you
has been
are
ongoing,
and the
we
father
have not
that
heard
you
from
are
the
to your
family
girls,
members. None of them
and the
has
way
decided to
people
say
drag you,
anything concerning this,
it's
except the sister
unbelievable.
to Korra
Like,
Obidi. But
and
finally,
I mean, I
the
really don't want to
father to
speak ill
Justin
of your
Dean
ex-wife,
has
but
finally broken the
any
silence and has
woman
said a lot of things.
that puts herself out there, especially on social media, the way she does, the way she dresses, I'm sorry, the way she dresses, the way she flaunts herself is unbelievable. And she has two daughters. It's like, what example are you showing these girls? And I know they're little, but I could, I commend you for the way the father that you are and your professionalism. And I realize it takes two people for a relationship, but you're not on social media flaunting anything. It's just unbelievable. I just can't believe that somebody like that, and she has that many people supporting her. It's unbelievable, and just your professionalism, the father that you are to your girls. I commend you. I mean, that says a lot for you, and just all the trash talk that people have talked about you is there's no reason for it.
No, there's not any reason for anyone to be out there destroying me.
Well, and it's just unbelievable. Her, like, honestly, I couldn't believe the way she dresses, and I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of hers, but it's just
I can't make any comment on any of that, but I mean, it is one of the most. I got to tell you, it is one of the most interesting social experiments that if it wasn't my life, I see why people watch it because it's like I'm a good father.
you,
I'm present.
you
I'm
are
there,
with no doubt.
and
But
you know, like, do I make mistakes and do I need to work on things? Yeah, every parent does, right?
absolutely.
But you
And
know, but to have a
I don't have children. I've never had kids, but I have nieces and nephews. I have a nephew that lives with me. But if that was my spouse, there is no way she would social
well,
media dressed
let's
the way she was dressed,
let's
and with children. She's a mother.
let's steer the conversation away from that because I can't make any comment or encourage that in whatsoever.
But
But
yeah, that's it's very frustrating, especially to watch it. But that's why I don't watch it anymore. So,
yeah,
but I just commend you.
well, I've been fighting the good fight against a what I call the Federation of Toxic Women
Yeah,
because it's just toxic. I mean, it's like I'm not doing anything except playing with my kids, trying to raise them right and protect them, and somehow I'm a bad
well,
dad.
that's
And,
not,
and there's so many kids out there that don't have fathers or don't have present fathers or don't have fathers that care, especially here in the States. You know, so it's really sad that a group of women would be trying to tear me down, and they have torn me down. As I said the other day, they have because of all the negative headlines that are all lies. They have destroyed my chiropractic business by about 50%.
they,
Huh?
they've destroyed it by 50%.
Yep, I'm 50% down, and it's mainly because the lies and false allegations are populating Google. So anybody that searches me that's looking for a chiropractor in the area, they see my stuff and then they see that stuff.
Well,
So I have a strong word of mouth business, but you know I did have 50% of my business that would come from people in the area looking for somebody that's good, and that aspect of my business is basically gone. So I'm going to have to address that and fix it, but I have other things that are more important that I need to deal with first.
right. You're a good father. Don't let anybody ever tell you differently.
Oh, I never once ever question. I mean, because what makes a good parent? Putting your kids' needs ahead of your own. As long
Absolutely
as you're doing that, you're a good parent.
right. And you are a good parent. You did what they want. I mean, and you're never. That's the thing is you're never given a book, a handbook on how to be a parent.
No,
It's
you learn as you go.
I'm sorry.
You learn as you go, and honestly, I had never been around kids before having my own, at least not for any significant amount of time.
Right.
Like hold a baby for 10 minutes, and that was about
Right.
it.
But it's different. It's all trial and error. I mean, it really is.
It's a lot of it's psychology. I did do a lot of reading, and I did do a lot of studying, and I listened to people smarter than me, and psychologists and parenting and that kind of stuff. So I didn't come at it from a place of just like, this is how I'm going to tackle it. I came at it from a place from, this is how to emotionally, spiritually, mentally nurture them through the first 7 years of life, which is the most important. So if you do it right in the first 7 years, the rest of it's easy.
Well, yeah. Big difference.
What's that?
And you daughters, it's a big thing. I mean,
Yep.
I think it makes a huge difference as well. But you're a good dad, and that I mean, I don't know how anyone else could knock somebody that is there for their kids, and you're not a deadbeat. You're not one of these deadbeat dads.
Nope.
I mean,
play with my kids every day. It's truly shocking, and it truly shows. I think it's a product, honestly, of the Bible. Like a lot of it has to do with like, as me trying to be an observant person, is like the Trump versus Biden thing that was very much like us versus them.
right.
And I found that carry over into other aspects of society, and I think this is just the same thing. It's like people don't have the capacity anymore because they're brainwashed by the media to be able to see the shades of gray.
Right.
It's just you're either on my side or you're the enemy.
Absolutely.
There's no like shades of gray where it's like, I like this part about this person, I like this part about this person. It's like we're now. It's like when it comes to voting for presidents, we're just looking at it's like it's all based on peer pressure, social pressure, and it's either you're my friend or you're my enemy. There's no in between.
So your girls, do you share? Is it? And I'm not trying to get personal, but do you share like 50-50? Is that how they do that now? It's like 50-50.
Everything is the same, and I got to be very careful because I can't discuss the details of the case. But I have my girls for a week on, and then I don't have them for a week. So it's 7 days on, 7 days.
That's how they do that now. Instead of like the father sees them every weekend or something. You know what I mean? It used to be that's how they used to go. But
I would have never let that fly.
Right. Well, that's good. They need to do. I mean. There's
nothing worse in society than girls with daddy issues.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're in California, right?
Yeah. I'm in LA.
LA, awesome. Wow. I haven't been there in, gosh, probably since 2000. I need to get back there. I love that place.
Yeah, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I do love it. I'm more of a mountain person. But I'm kind of here for like the business opportunities and building, and because I have a startup that I'm going to do in a few years. So like I'm, my friend network here, my patient network here, it's very advantageous to helping me build something quick.
Right. Well, you're a smart guy. You are. I mean,
I pay attention.
Well, you're very business. I mean, you're very good at business. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, it's that old saying, the 5 people you spend most time with is what you become.
It's true.
The 5 people I spend the most time with run billion-dollar companies or.
Right. And I've heard you say that before, and it's true.
And when I moved to LA, I was not good at business. I was not thinking business. I was just thinking about how to be the best chiropractor, best doctor I could be. And now it's like I think about business all the time because I'm just engulfed in it. It's like what surrounds me all the time.
Right. Have you heard of Logan Chiropractic School here in St. Louis?
Yeah, I know it well. I taught a seminar there.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
So I have a family friend that actually 2 of them are chiropractic doctors. Their last names are Costello.
Okay, sounds familiar somewhat.
Costello. He's now in Alaska.
I'd have to see his face, but that does sound familiar.
He graduated from Logan here in St. Louis.
Yeah, I taught a few courses, and I taught 2 courses, and the last one was probably in 2016.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
it's a great school.
Yeah, they're really bright there. That was actually because I taught at most of the schools, and I thought that they probably had one of the brightest group of any
Oh,
school.
really?
Yeah.
How long have you been? How long have you been a chiropractor?
I'm going into my 8th year.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's awesome.
so still.
I would see it in a while. I got more, but yeah.
What'd you say?
I said I've seen one several times because I have the lower lumbar and all that those issues with that.
Yeah, I'm a little. I do a lot of everything. I'm kind of like the handyman for the body. So chiropractic is like a tool in the bucket. It's just one of the things I use.
Well, good. Well, I wish you nothing but success. And like I said, don't let anybody ever tell you you're something different because you're already dead.
That stuff never. That's honestly all that stuff. It never affected me. In fact, I was just like, you guys are just building my social media profile. Haters. But when it started to affect my livelihood and
Right.
how I support girls, that was when it was like that's when it started to affect me because it's like
It's toxic.
it's taxing and it's also like these people are claiming to be fans of my daughters,
Right.
destroying their father,
Right.
which means they are actually child abusers.
Right. No, you got it. I got it. I mean, but no, you do a good job. Keep doing that.
I appreciate it, especially coming from another guy. It's great to have a guy because I think I'm 90% women on here.
Right. I figured that, but it just I would watch this before, and I read all the comments and I see all the comments. And it's like I want to come through the phone. It's like I'm. It's
Believe me, you are one of hundreds of thousands of people that have messaged me over the last 2 years and just be like, I do not understand this.
well. I don't know how you keep your compose. I mean, I realize you have to, but you're
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not invincible. I am human. I did go off social media for like 2 months because I just got like so wore down with the negativity, and it was starting to affect my own mentality. Like when you think negative thoughts, you become negative. So I was starting to become a negative person. So I had to like cut ties with social media because I'm an extremely positive, optimistic,
right.
and ambitious person, and so I have to make sure that I protect that because that's how I've gotten where
Right.
I'm at.
Well, that's who you are. I mean, that's yeah. I mean,
And that's also what I want my daughters to be. I want my daughters to be positive, optimistic, forward thinking, just can conquer the world kind of girls. And if I'm thinking negative, that energy is going to rub off on them. So I had to protect them. I had to protect myself.
are you finally divorced?
Yeah, I have been for a long time.
Oh, really? Yeah, I wasn't sure. I haven't. I mean, I'm on and off here for a while. I haven't been on here in a while, but I didn't know if you were or not.
Yep. I mean, since last year.
Oh, wow. Well, not that long, but yeah, I seen that. So I had watched your. So I watched when you moved into your new place from your old place, and then when your mom was there visiting several times,
Yeah.
and then you're back home for a wedding.
Right. Yeah. My little brother got married.
Yeah, that was beautiful there.
Thank you. Yeah. It was a good time. It was. I mean, I got in a wrestling match with my brother and lost. First time I lost to my brother in wrestling.
Right. I have 6 brothers, so I know what it feels like.
Yeah. Gotta bring me down a peg.
Well, I will keep going here. It was cool talking to you, and good luck to you.
Appreciate that. It was great having you on here. I really appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Bye bye.